Today is Wednesday, July 30th, 2025. Pretty big red day for me. I'm down $100, which is 4.4% on the day. I made a rookie mistake today. I haven't had any kind of silly mistakes like this in quite a while. But anyway, this week I've started taking more trades than I normally do. The way I would normally trade is I would bust my account into three moves, let's say. For example, here recently I've been flirting with like $2,400 in my account. So that would be three $800 moves. So what I would do is I would find a stock I like and I would figure out how many shares of that stock I can get from $800. And then I would buy and sell that amount. Now that I'm trying to trade more frequently, I've been using the function um, that Webull offers where I can buy a percentage of my account. So that's what I've been doing, and I've had it set at 16% when I buy, um, because I can get roughly six moves out of that in a day. That's what I'm trying to do this week is make six moves. So that being said, when I have it set at 16% and I click buy, once I'm in the order, now I have to change it to 100% to sell. Otherwise, I'm only selling 16% of the 16% that I bought. And I don't want to sell 16% of my shares. I want to sell them all when I want to sell them. I know a lot of people buy and then they add to it and then they sell and then they sell, a third of the move and then they sell a third of the move. And I'm not doing any of that right now. I'm just getting in and getting out. I'm keeping my trades very simple that way. Um, what happened today was I bought in with 100% of my account. Didn't notice it at first. I bought in one of the big movers on the day. The range was kind of wild. I was just kind of trying to snipe, dime or 15 cents, and it was each candle was like 50 or 60 cents. So I figured I could ride a candle or two out and snipe some profit. Um, that being said, another thing I've been trying to do is not look at my P&L during a trade and just trade based on the way the chart in level two is showing me. I still catch glances of it, but I'm trying to get out of that mode where I see a number, and just because I see a certain number, I click sell instead of letting the chart do the work. But that being said, I saw them in P&L and I was down like 90 something dollars, and I immediately freaked out because I should have only been down $6 or $7, if even that. Um, so I kind of panicked right off the bat. What's going on? How is this happening like this? Is something wrong? So then I started looking at what was going on more, and I realized that I had bought over 300 shares of this stock, and I think it was in the $6.50 range, something like that. And I just started doing math, and I'm like, oh my god, I've got you know most of my account in this trade, and then I realized that I must have bought 100% of my account in this trade. So I just freaked out, immediately clicked the sell button, um, just to get out of the trade altogether. I've never done a trade with my full account like that before, and it totally caught me off guard. And I completely panicked and just dipped out right away. Um, Looking back, I think if I would have been able to like catch my breath for a second and kind of see what was going on and not have freaked out quite as bad, I probably could have let the move kind of, you know, finish out, and I could have even made some profit on it. It would have been a nice profit if I would have held on for the remainder of the move. But I was so taken off guard with um, the way that my P&L was going. I had to get out. Not emotionally prepared for that. So that's how my morning went. I lost $100. It wasn't even that bad of a trade, but because I had such high volume in it and I wasn't prepared to see all that, man, I had to get out. I had no, I couldn't, I wasn't prepared for it. So not my best work. you know, uh, I wish I could have stayed in market longer and made more trades. But after that, I only had $16 or $17 worth of settled cash. So kind of ruined my morning. Um, Makes me wish I would have just friggin' slept in and skipped the day. But it is what it is. Another rookie mistake under the belt, and I can assure you that I will take the extra second from now on to really verify which quantity I'm buying in and selling out of, because that was an easy mistake to avoid, and I did it. Um, so it is what it is. Move on for Thursday. Hopefully, we can start a little green streak this last couple days of this week. This is where I made my only trade Wednesday morning. Ticker BGLC. This is a 1 minute chart. This ticker's been top gainer or in the top, 2 or 3 for the day since this morning around 7 a.m. I made my entry right here on this little bottoming tail. Kind of had a little dip down. We hit about 6:30 or so, and then we started kind of popping back up. We had a range kind of develop in this area here around 6:15 all the way up to like 7:50 or so. So what I was expecting here was to get in if we were able to break through VWAP here around 650, make an entry, and a squeeze up to like $7-ish. I was hoping for maybe even like 715, 720. Didn't really quite happen that way. I got in at 650, and we kind of topped out at 680. Didn't take that profit because I was expecting to keep climbing to around $7 at least. Then we just kind of started going downhill from here. We already had a little bit of a support level developed here around the 610, 615 mark. So I was fine sitting on this trade, and unless it really started showing strong reversal signs, which it didn't really. There was no major high volume. The one thing that I noticed was MACD was starting to close, but I was just looking for a quick sniper profit, so I didn't need anything major to develop here. But it was around this point where I noticed I was in with 100% of my account, and I almost shit the bed. Um, I looked at the P&L, and it was at like 95 in the red, and I was not prepared for that at all. I was thinking maybe it'd be down $7 or $8. Now that I'm only trading with such small size, so that I can get more trades in per day, and man, it just took my breath away. I kind of took a second to even figure out if the number was right, or if maybe um, I didn't really know what to think. Kind of basically once I figured out what was going on, I just clicked sell. I was not comfortable holding this position with my entire account at all. I just had to get out and sell. Of course, if I would have just caught my breath for a minute and let this move kind of breathe a little bit, we got back to break even and moving into the profit on the next candle. But man, I just completely panicked here and got out. Um, so not how I wanted my Wednesday to go. It is what it is. Learn from this mistake, and I'll obviously do a little bit better job of checking how much I'm buying and selling next time. So um, you know, live to trade another day, and hopefully I can make up some of this mess tomorrow on Thursday.